Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to All About Fun and Games. Today is the final part of my 25 days of Christmas countdown. Stay tuned. At the beginning of the month, I cut out and placed 50 game titles into a little red bag, of which I've been randomly pulling out one a day and playing that game and then sharing here. It's been a lot of fun. Part 1 shared the games Calico, Miss Over Carcassonne, Abandons, Chomp. And Part 2 shared the games Valley of the Kings, Meadow, Orchard, Ark Nova, Cottage Garden, Parks, Honorim, Lost Ruins of Arnak, Under Falling Skies, and Floriferous. Let's get to the games that I pulled out December 15th to Christmas. On Friday, December 15th, I pulled out Railroad Inc. Railroad Inc. is for 1 to 6 players ages 8 and up. It's quick to learn. In the base game, your goal is to connect as many exits to each other by drawing the routes you roll on the 4 special dice with highways and railroads. You gain points for how well you do. The most points win. Quick but challenging, great to play in a spare 10-15 minutes or so. On Saturday, December 16th, I pulled out Cascadia. This is a game for 1 to 4 players ages 10 and up and takes about a half hour to play. Cascadia is a tile-laying game where you draft habitats and wildlife tokens in order to complete certain goals to score points. There are multiple goals, so every game is different. The solo mode play is excellent. The Automa player challenges you by taking tokens away that you may have wanted or needed, just like another player might. So fun to play. On Sunday, December 17th, I pulled out the game Mindspace. Mindspace is a roll and write game where you are striving to gain the most points by fitting shapes onto your brain board of different colors. On your turn, you roll dice, and according to that roll, you then choose which shape and color you draw, which determines the section and points you will gain. Lots of options, making each game different and challenging. On Monday, December 18th, I pulled out the title Food Chain Island. This is a game by Button Shy Games and is for ages 10 and up. It's quick to play, maybe 10 minutes or so. Food Chain Island is a solo game by Button Shy Games. It is for ages 8 and up and takes about 10 minutes to play. It's a super fun, quick mini card game. In the game, your animals are hungry. You must eliminate your starting 16 cards down to 1 by eating other cards according to certain rules and applying the card's special abilities once used. You continue until you can't eat anymore. How low can you go? 3 or fewer, you win. More, you lose. On Tuesday, the 19th, I pulled out the game title Wingspan. Wingspan is a game for 1 to 5 players. It is a medium weight game where you are a bird enthusiast. There are over 170 birds featured in the game, of which you can place in their different habitats, forest, grassland, or wetlands, in order to gain various actions such as gaining food tokens, eggs, or more birds to further your points and win the game. It's a beautiful game, and the Automa player for the solo play is very smooth. I love it. On Wednesday, December 20th, I pulled out the title Tiny Towns. This is for 1 to 6 players and takes about a half hour to an hour to play. In Tiny Towns, you are trying to build a town which provides the most points. A player's town is represented by a 4x4 grid. Each type of building requires certain resources to build. As you collect and place resources on your card of the shapes needed to build that structure, you gain points. In the solo game, you're graded upon a chart for how well you did. Thursday, December 21st, I pulled out That's Pretty Clever. The goal of That's Pretty Clever is to generate the most points possible at the end of 6 rounds for solo play. On the score pad are different sections. How you fill these sections according to the dice rolls will determine your points generated and where you land on the point scale at the end of the game. Are you so clever, impressive, or just not bad? Each game offers lots of choices and is lots of fun. On Friday, the 22nd, I pulled out Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. In Dinosaur Roar and Write, your goal is to build the best Dinosaur Island park possible with the rolls of dice, trying to gain bonus points from achieving certain goals. There are lots of special dice. In the game, you place polynomial shapes onto a section of your park. These sheets will also keep track of your resources and the DNA of dinosaurs collected to create them. You also must keep your park secure. You don't want to build a park where your visitors have the chance to be eaten. On Saturday, the 23rd, I pulled out the title Grove. This is a sequel to Orchard, which I had pulled out the first week. In Grove, you are rolling dice in order to harvest fruit and gain the most points while doing so. This game features glades and also includes a squirrel and wheelbarrow, as well as the dice. In the game, you roll dice and overlap trees of the same colors, hopefully turning dice to higher numbers, baskets, and maybe even a wheelbarrow, which is worth 15 points. And on Sunday, the 24th, I pulled out the Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. Isle of Cats Explore and Draw is for 1 to 6 players, ages 10 and up, and takes about a half hour to play. In the game, you must rescue as many cats as possible onto your boat before the evil Veshdarkan destroys the island and hence the cats. You must save the cats. The cats are found in all different shapes on the island, and you must try to fit them as neatly as possible onto your ship, striving to complete rooms with as many same-colored cats as possible while eating all the rats on board and fulfilling other goals for gaining points. On Monday, Christmas Day, I didn't pull a game title out of the bag. I did, however, get some new games under the tree, so in upcoming videos, I hope to share those. But I appreciate you watching. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time here at All About Fun and Games.